Hey guys, Lee from Overbite Gaming here, and I'm a little bit under the weather this week. Just getting over a nasty cold, bit of throw up, all that good stuff. But because I love you guys, I'll get you a video out anyway, because I'm amazing. Today I thought for a long time because I've been sleeping quite a lot, and I couldn't really think of an idea. And then I was going through my Steam library and saw all these Warhammer games, and I thought, why don't I just tell you which one's the best? So, top 5 Warhammer 40k games. Number 5, we have Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. A decent attempt at an action RPG with little tiny MMO elements in it as well. It runs a bit clunky, but it gives you all the good stuff you expect from 40k. It gives you a great atmosphere. It gives you all the weapons that you have to unlock as you go through, and you get access to different bits and bobs. And it's really good. I'd like to see them have broadened out from the Inquisition, though. Give you a few more options. But, I guess that's what sequels are for. Number 4, Kill Team, or Warhammer 40k Kill Team. I will just preface it by saying every game has Warhammer 40k before the title, so we'll just do that. But Kill Team is a fun little sort of horde shooter on, I think I got it on a PlayStation 3 as like a PlayStation Plus game. That was the first time I got it, and I've subsequently bought it on different platforms. But yeah, you get to choose different classes and upgrade your characters, and it's sort of a twin stick affair, and it works quite nicely actually. And it's your little squad of Marines are basically boarding an orc ship and fighting your way through and just decimating massive amounts of greenskins. With psychic powers, melee weapons, heavy weapons, or just your regular stuff. It's actually pretty damn good. I'd recommend. Number 3, Warhammer 40k, I'm going to say it anyway because this one deserves it, Final Liberation. Now this is an old game, man. My disc version of this I could not get to install. I actually bought it on GOG again. But it's basically a turn-based strategy game that takes a lot of rules from the Epic game system. Now that's fucking amazing, because Epic was always my favourite. I never really bought a lot of Epic stuff. I just bought the basic when it was sort of Space Marine. I was not sure if it still is. I bought 2 versions of that, and I had a few other bits and pieces, but it wasn't like I had a ton of stuff for it. I didn't really play it very often. And certainly painting all those little tiny Marines were just out of the question. I just left them the plastic colours. But the scale of it is just what appeals to me most. It's like when you read a battle report in White Dwarf for it, and it talked about all these Titans tromping along and mashing Marines underfoot and sort of blowing buildings away. You're just like, that sounds brilliant. And for once, they've actually decided to just try and adapt it, basically. I mean, it has some certain concessions to it being a video game, but it does pull a lot from the Epic rules, and it's just a joy. It's an old game. It's not a looker anymore, but it does the job, and it has all the units, and it plays well. And it's done by the wizards at SSI who did all the gold box games for Dungeons and Dragons as well. Number 2, Warhammer 40k Space Marine. So, you have a third-person action shooter where you kill a lot of orcs as an Ultramarine captain, and he's voiced by Mark Strong. Now, I could stop there, because that's brilliant as it is, but you get all the different weapons, you get access to jump packs, it all works well. It has a wonderful execution system that actually encourages you to get in the thick of the fighting, because that's how you get your damn health back, by executing enemies. You can't just sit back and plink them and wait for your fucking health to go back up. Oh no, sunshine, you have to get in there, get your hands dirty and get your chainsawed into some poor orc's gibbies. It's wonderful. It's just so good, and it has a multiplayer element that's pretty damn good as well. In fact, I would say it kind of shot in the head. Was it Eternal Crusade, the one where they did like this online multiplayer game? I mean, that's a little bit wider scope, but essentially it's that but better. So, give it a try if you haven't, because you're missing out. You are missing out. And finally, Warhammer 40k Dawn of War. Yes, the first one. I decided I wasn't going to put them in as 3 different entries. I mean, 3 obviously wouldn't make the list anyway, because it's pretty bad. But the first one was always my favourite, because I'm a turtle. I like, in Command and Conquer games and stuff like that, I like to build up a really solid base, get my defences arrayed, have the guys sort of break against my fucking walls, and then build up a strike team inside and then just send them out and Zerg rush them all. That's how I play, Command and Conquer games and real-time strategy games like that. And yeah, it's a pretty amateurish tactic, but it's what I always do. So for me, the first game gets the nod because in the second you don't have a base, and in the third you don't have a base, and it's pretty bad. And 2's a good game. 2 would have made the list if I were doing them independently, I will admit. Probably 4 or 5, I would have said. But yeah, so you get access to a whole heap of... if you've got, I forget which expansion it is, but there's a mod for it, and it basically gives you every race you could ever ask for, isn't there? The ones that weren't in the game, everything. And it gives you expanding abilities for the rest of the factions as well. So it's just stupendous. I mean, you can, you can get Titans. That's part... I think you get a Warhound Titan for the Imperium. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, if you've got, I think it's Soulstorm? Yeah, Soulstorm. Excuse me. So if you've got that, definitely check out the mod, because it's brilliant. And there you go, guys. That was my top 5 Warhammer 40k games. I hope you liked the video. Let me know down below what games I've missed, because I'm just going by the ones I've played. I've played more than I've mentioned. My fucking Steam library's full of them. But a lot of the times they're just kind of like these game studios that aren't very big and haven't done a very professional job. But, Games Workshop gives its license away pretty much. I could probably get a license for it if I wanted. As long as I give them a big enough cut of whatever profits I got, even if it was threepence. But yeah, let me know down below any ones that were particularly good for you. I mean, Deathwatch almost made it in. I know it's a mobile port, but it is a good... I enjoy that, because again, it's something I can set over watches and turtle up a bit in it. So that's cool. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Leave us a like and a subscribe down below if you did. We produce videos Wednesdays and Saturdays, and take it easy, guys.